Hi folks, welcome back to another episode of the Single Dad's Cookbook. Today we're going to be making
a beef curry with chips and fried rice. Now this is going to focus on the beef curry itself. The chips are just oven chips, and this will be made in the time that the oven chips are actually ready. So I've got the maysan curry paste, I've got a couple of onions, and I've actually got a beef steak. So you can have or use sirloin, whatever steak you've got. This was cheap in the supermarket, so that's what we used. And this meal is a quick, simple thing to knock together just as you're coming in. Now this is slightly different to the normal chicken curry where you can just throw it all in a pot. If you are new to the channel, please like and subscribe. It does mean the world to me and it costs you nothing. Also drop a comment on where you're watching this video from. So first of all, we're going to start with the paste. Put a block in, break it up, give it a stir, get it on the hob, just so that it's bringing it up to the boil. That's what triggers this paste into becoming thick. So you see, I'm just agitating it, and then it just becomes nice and loose, broken into cubes. Then I'm going to pop that on there, and it's going to reduce even further. Now, with this, I'm going to use they're relatively small onions. They're not massive. With curries, especially beef curry, I do like a lot of onion with that. I don't know what it is, I just like the texture, the crunch of the onion, and I'm going to show you how you get that, but it just gives it an extra dimension. So not everything is just a mush in the curry or just dissolving in your mouth. You do want a bit of texture. So what I'm doing, nice and simply, I've cut the onion in half, and then I'm going to cut it into thirds. I'm just going to do the other one just to show you, and then I'm going to separate the onion. Now I'm going to take that step now purely and simply because it's going to save you a bit of time while you're doing it. Now I made this when I came in from being out all day, so it was nice and straightforward. Like I said, it's quick, it's simple, and it's honestly, it's a family favourite. And you can make this quicker than it will be delivered to you, which I think in this day and age, and the overall cost of this compared to an actual takeaway, the curry, the rice and the chips from the actual takeaway, it's nominal, absolutely nominal. So you can see there, I've just separated them in, nice and simple. Now with this beef steak, I don't know where that's cut from, so I'm just going to trim off. There's a little tiny bit of fat, but nothing major. And then all I'm going to do is cut it into thin slices. What I actually did was cut it in half and then thinly sliced it. So after I did this, I just thinly sliced. I cut it in half. Nice and simple. Nothing too fancy at this point. So you've done that, you've given everything a bit of a clean and a wipe down, and then you're going to just salt and pepper the beef. You've got a frying pan on that with a bit of oil in it, and you've got that nice and hot. You're just tossing the beef in the salt and pepper, then over to this hot pan. You know it's hot because it started to spray around the edges there, and you want to get these in. Now you want to cook this at a high heat. If you've got a wok, use the wok. But most of us have just got a frying pan. So, and you can see it sizzling away there. Just going to make sure that you give it a good old toss around. You see it's already started to colour. You want to cook this halfway through. Get a bit of colour on it. Cook it halfway through. And then you want to... That's when you want to add in your onions. Again, if you are new to the channel, welcome. We I do like to know where you're watching it from. So if you can drop a like as well, it does help. I have noticed that the amount of people who are watching compared to the likes isn't there, so I don't know if that's because you don't like the videos, but if you could push the like button, it just means the world to me. It means that you like what I'm doing. So you can see here, I've added in the onions. Now with this, I'm going to cook them through. I want to get a bit of colour on the onion. I want to finish off the beef steak so it's nice and tender. But more importantly, I want to get the onions cooked so they become sweet, crunchy, and they've still got that texture and they're still holding that. So I'm going to move that. You see how hot it is? Well, like I said, it's been spraying it all over the place. Get the curry sauce on here, because what we're going to do now, and this is, we're going to add the beef and the onions to the curry sauce. Now, at this stage, what you want to do is, there'll be a little bit of excess oil, or there'll be a little bit of the water that's released from the steak. Whatever it may be, you don't want to carry that into the curry. So I've just separating it, and then I'm going to add it all back in together. And then it's just a case of knocking it up and putting it in together. You do want to leave this to, you want it to cook together for maybe not mega long, because you don't want everything to start breaking down, but you want to give it a few minutes. At this point, you want to check, make sure the chips are doing away, which they should be coming to a head pretty soon. And then I just knocked up some quick egg fried rice, which again, you can do that in an earlier video. And then we're just plating up. So there's the oven chips. Again, nothing fancy. This is all about comfort food at its finest. The egg fried rice, again, nothing fancy. Just nice egg fried rice. And then we're going to put in the beef curry to top the whole thing off. Folks, I know it's getting near Christmas, and I know it can be a stressful time of the year. So make sure that you're looking after yourselves out there. Make sure you're looking out for each other as well. It costs you nothing just to check in on someone. Just make sure that we're all doing our little bit, especially at this, because Christmas isn't always the time of joy. So just make sure we're all helping each other out there. And as always, from my family to yours, thanks very much for watching. Please like and subscribe. And until the next time, Single Dad signing off.